Welcome to another episode of WhatsApp program, and every night, every week we bring a special guest to you. Today we have a very special guest in our studio. He is 3 times MPP. During the last election in our province, when Liberal Party got a very devastated defeat from a majority government, they came to just a party of 7 MPPs, almost lost their recognition as a political party in the provincial parliament. Mr. Michael Cotto, who is our special guest tonight, he has again been elected as MPP. Many of the stalwart of Liberal Party, they lost those elections. He has been minister for 2 terms, and he has handled many ministries during the government of Kathleen Wynne, our previous premier. But he is in news again. He has just declared that he is ready to contest for the election of the leader of provincial party, Liberal Party. So we'll be talking to him tonight and discussing many important issues. Mr. Cotto, welcome to our studio, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for the opportunity.
So this time, when most of the Liberal leaders, they lost elections, party got a very, hard defeat, I would say.
Yeah.
But you were elected again.
Right.
So what do you think that your constituents, your reputation in your riding, or in spite of the strong wave in favor of Conservative Party and NDP, you could win again?
Well, and on top of that, I went against the Deputy Mayor of Toronto, Denzel Minnan-Wong. So it was a tough race. It was the hardest fight I've ever had in my life. Knocking on doors, you could tell easily that people were upset with the Ontario Liberal Party. But we tried doing things a bit different locally. This campaign was very different because what I did was I treated it more like a municipal campaign or a trustee campaign than a provincial campaign. I focused on local issues, talked about my local track record, and I reminded people why it was important to have a balanced voice in the legislature. I think everyone knew that Doug Ford was going to be the premier.
Yeah.
There was a point where people knew this. So I also knew that most of the people in the riding weren't very happy with Doug Ford because of his Toronto record at City Council. So our campaign became only Michael Cotto can stop Doug Ford. And we ran that campaign for 5 weeks, and we were successful.
From a majority government, and that too for 13 years, all of a sudden,
15 years.
15 years,
Yeah,
and then you get only 7 seats.
Right.
Party must have some kind of introspection that what went wrong.
I think you can't pick one specific thing. I think there was a series of events that took place that led to the defeat of the Ontario Liberal Party. 15 years is a long time. We always have to remember that change is a very powerful motivator in politics.
Yeah.
Change is what brought in Barack Obama. Change is what brought in Donald Trump. The same thing, right? So change is very powerful. The other thing that was powerful is that, we were making decisions as a party for 15 years. I was only there for the last part of the mandate, but for 15 years, you're making decisions. And even when you have the majority of people on side, there's still a segment of the population that doesn't agree with the decision you made. So Doug Ford was the recipient of lots of years of opposition. Anytime you make a decision, you'll have a few people that are angry. He was able to pull them and receive their support. So I think Doug Ford, some people refer to him as the accidental premier. I think that he was the recipient of a lot of anger. But now something's changing in Ontario. The anger's turned on him.
Yeah.
When you use a tactic, they demonized Kathleen Wynne. They really made Kathleen Wynne seem like she was the worst possible person, the progressive Conservatives. And the tactics they use now are being used on them. The old expression, you play with fire, you'll get, you'll get your hands burnt. I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Be careful,
Okay.
play with fire.
Yeah.
But the progressive Conservatives were out there using a lot social media in a very negative way against Kathleen Wynne and the Liberals, and now it's turned on them.
Yeah.
So what they've created is actually now coming after them.
Okay. As you said, Doug Ford has taken many such decisions which people are not liking.
Right.
Popularity has gone way down. All those, voters, people who were supporting Liberal Party for years and years, they went to NDP. So how you think you can woo all those voters to come back to Liberal fold?
So number one, you have to open up the doors at Queen's Park within the party. A lot of people complain that political parties are closed operations where people, every day Ontarians can't get involved. Even when they want to get involved, they can't get involved. I hear from people all the time saying, even them trying to get involved locally, and it's very difficult to get into their local Liberal association. So we need to open up the doors and invite people into the Liberal Party. We need to release the concentrated power in a few hands and make it more mainstream and share power. The most important thing, though, is to earn back trust. And the way you do that is by working with people, making commitments, making sure that the policies that you bring forward actually come from the people who they affect. So if we can build the trust back with Ontarians, I hope 3 years from now we can present ourselves as a viable option to Doug Ford and stop the cuts that are taking place in Ontario.
You have just announced
Yeah.
candidacy, but I'm sure you must be meeting Liberal volunteers, Liberal members, and trying to gauge their mood, what
Right.
they're thinking. I'm sure after the election they must be lying too low, whatever was the results of the last elections. But how they are feeling now after Doug Ford taking so many controversial decisions, and is there any ray of hope for the party to come back?
So a year ago, people were angry. I think people have moved past the anger. Now they're looking for ways to get involved and help, to build that coalition across the province that can work together to present better options that Doug Ford has presented. The bottom line is Doug Ford is spending more than Kathleen Wynne's government ever did. $6 million more, and we're still seeing more cuts. And these are not regular cuts like, maybe a small shift in a little program, a little tweak here and there. We're talking about breakfast programs for children, library cuts,
Yeah.
healthcare cuts, educational cuts, post-secondary cuts. The list goes on and on. When you cut almost 50% over the next few years to legal aid, this is like one of the foundations of our culture, is to make sure that if someone interacts with the legal system, they're presumed innocent, they get representation. If they can't afford it, they present themselves in front of the court. Doug Ford is even compromising that basic liberty. And if it can happen to someone, one day, it can happen to anyone. And we just need to make sure that we maintain a sense of decency in Ontario. And it has to start with politics, where people can have conversations, and it shouldn't matter if you're a conservative or you're NDP or if I'm Liberal or Green. What should happen is there should be an elevated sense of discourse, allow for us to share ideas in a respectful way, and then move together based on the decision we make. Liberal Party has a role to play. 1 million people voted for them in the last election, even at the worst time for the Liberals. And we have a role to play, and I think that the Liberal ideology, that you have to be flexible enough in the center to adjust based on circumstance, is something that I believe is very attractive to people today, based on the fact that we don't know what's coming next. And our economy, the new economy, the world around us has become very complicated, and I think we need flexibility in decision making.
We will ask Mr. Couto about his background, which is very, very interesting. A man who came from a very ordinary family, rose up to the height in the politics, and he was handling not one, two, three, 6 ministries, and has a good experience. So how that experience will come to his help when he's contesting for the leadership of Liberal Party of Ontario, but after the break.